I share some thoughts before communion time. I'll be referring to Luke 2 and Luke 19. You won't need to turn there, but I'll read them. Luke 2, starting in verse 41. Every year, Jesus' parents went to Jerusalem for the festival of the Passover. When he was 12 years old, once again, looking at kids, 12 years old, they went up to the festival according to the custom. After the festival was over, while his parents were returning home, the boy Jesus stayed behind in Jerusalem, but they were unaware of it. Thinking he was in their company, they traveled on for a day. Then they began looking for him among their relatives and friends. When they did not find him, they went back to Jerusalem to look for him. After 3 days, they found him in the temple courts, sitting among the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. Everyone who heard him was amazed at his understanding and his answers. Repeating, everyone who heard him was amazed at his understanding and his answers. When his parents saw him, they were astonished. His mother said, "Son, why have you treated us like this? Your father and I have been anxiously searching for you." "Why were you searching for me?" he asked. "Didn't you know I had to be in my father's house?" Or, as in some translations interpret, "Didn't you know I had to be about my father's business?" 21 years later, we find him doing the Father's business in the Father's house. We find Jesus entering Jerusalem on the final week of his life, weeping over the city, saying, "If you, even you, had only known on this day what would bring you peace, but now is hidden from your eyes," Luke 19:42. When Jesus entered the temple courts, he began to drive out those who were selling. "It is written," he said, "my Father's house will be a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves, a den of robbers," Luke 19:45 through 46. Every day as he was teaching in the temple, every day he was teaching at the temple, but the chief priests and teachers of the law and the leaders among the people were trying to kill him, Luke 19:47. What a contrast in those 21 years. Everyone who had heard him was amazed at his understanding and his answers. And yet at the end, every day he was teaching at the temple, the chief priests and the teachers of the law and the leaders among the people were trying to kill him. When Jesus was presented in the temple shortly after his birth, we read about Luke 2:22 through 35, a man by the name of Simeon recognized this baby as God's salvation and predicted that this child was destined to cause the falling and rising of many in Israel, and to be a sign that will be spoken against, so that the thoughts of many hearts will be revealed. Became true, didn't it? How about you? Does your life reflect the teachings of Jesus?